calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing to start the drive. Felton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw on 3rd down, Felton. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Felton. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 4th down, Felton. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Swift. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Operating from the gun, Felton, flush to his right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Takeover 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down. Kramer. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Kramer. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yards to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Okay.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off-play action. Kramer. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Swift going to try up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now.
8 yards to go on second down. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Like somebody thought they had beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, Felton. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw on second down. Felton. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Back to throw. Felton. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll run with Swift. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives?
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14 to nothing.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line. Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So down the numbers. There he goes. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. That's a score you thought they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First down, and they go with Swift again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On the handoff, this is Swift. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 20. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away to his left. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Lions 21, Vikings 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kramer. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go. Red cycle. Black shot.
On 1st and 10, Kramer. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Come on, 38. Ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They go play action here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now Cook running right. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 125 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Ready?
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play.
Ready. Fight. 97. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, Cook. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 16. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Off the play fake, Kramer. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Kramer. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Takes it at the 7. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Right back to Swift again on second down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He gets it left side to Johnson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 4th down, Felton. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
DJ Chark, 79 yards. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Lions 28, Vikings 14.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew that heat was coming there on that snap. But this time, the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew, and maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away, but down late in the 4th quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play. And even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off play action. Felton. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Swift again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Vikings 14. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Ready up.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1.
Drill 52. Ready.
Again, it's Cook. They find some open field here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check 6.
Up the middle they go. It's Watkins. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The running there is Cook, but no lane to be found as they'll stop him behind the line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Kramer. And he's got this to Jefferson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Kramer. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now it looks like he'll throw here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Lions, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.